It seems like every other video is a 20x altcoin special that will get you there by December. But the truth of the matter is that these 20x's take time. It's all well and good to have them in the title, but I hope that you guys are learning something from the videos, especially learning some patience when it comes to 20x's. As we can see from today with crypto.com, we've now reached 48 cents, and that brings us to a 1900% return, basically a touch over 20x in this bull market so far. But is there anything left in these sorts of cryptos? Can this thing still do another 5 or 10x? That's what I'll look at in today's video, go through the fundamentals, a lot of the news that's come out in the last couple of weeks, big developments, and of course, my favorite, the price charts. So stick with us. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Thank you very much to all the returning guys. Make sure you've hit the bell notification icon and all. It's 20% of you that have done that. I'm checking those stats. And of course, you can catch me on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you use the official links in the description down below so you are avoiding all those damn scammers out there. And of course, you can check us out on Patreon if you want to learn more about trading cryptocurrencies and of course investing long term. Links all in the description for everything that I'll talk about in today's video. Let's start with Bitcoin, then we'll get into the fundamentals, the news, what you can expect from crypto.com, and then of course the price charts where this is leading. So the main thing I want to look at first is Bitcoin, because we've seen the highest weekly close in Bitcoin's history. So I won't spend too long on this. I've got plenty of analysis on Bitcoin at the moment. It's been rising pretty well. We've got an extension. That's a good sign. Bullish long term, short term, still a little undecided. The trend is up, but I think we might still have a little bit of time here. If we don't, fantastic. We'll just see the rest of the alts versus their US dollar value increase, and potentially they'll bleed against BTC. But the beauty here with CRO is that it hasn't been bleeding against its Bitcoin value or its Ethereum value at the moment, but it has done huge accumulation periods, which is a great sign for further things to come. Now, the development that we've seen over the last couple of weeks, and of course this has been leading up to the mainnet launch here, Cronos Chain mainnet launch. This has obviously been going on for some time, but we're finally seeing this come out. There was a massive burn on CRO earlier this year, which we saw a price spike to around 27 cents, and has since faded from that, accumulated, and moved again. What we've seen so far, mainnet launch Cronos Chain. So there's a new chain that CRO is using. They are now able to have a bridge with Ethereum, so that there's a lot more transactions being done on their own native chain here. Crypto.com app integration, Crypto.com exchange integration, DeFi Wallet integration with Cronos Chain. Cronos Bridge is live. First CRO 20 assets created, and of course the CRO all-time high. So that happened from last week, and we've just seen the prices increase from that point. So Crypto.com supports Cronos Cross-Bridge Mainnet beta launch. The protocol launched its testnet in July and has since facilitated 1.5 million transactions. So this is news from last week, but it didn't really seem to hit huge headlines until we see the next round of all-time highs. So I'm coming back to some of this news so that people can remember that we have gone from 6 cents just recently, a few months ago, now sitting at around 46 cents as I film this video. So we've seen some big moves already, and that'll come into the video a little later. Remember, Crypto.com has 10 million strong customer base worldwide. Cronos operates adjacent to the crypto.org chain. I think I said earlier in the video, it's their native chain. They have their crypto.org chain. So just a little correction there. Cronos, and of course, this is the tweet we just looked at there. The other thing here, this advocacy was demonstrated by the launch of a $100 million grant fund by blockchain accelerator Particle B, designed to equally allocate $1 million to 100 projects deploying their applications on the crypto.org chain. So there is a lot of development and of course funding coming to crypto.org chain. The company's crypto.com, crypto.org chain is the chain they're using now, and you can also see this on their DeFi app. Now, 2 weeks ago, Crypto.com was the #1 app in the Google Play Store in the US, so it gives a lot more exposure to the Crypto.com app, of course. A lot of cool features in it, and of course, they have their debit card as well. So the Cronos Chain went live on 8th of November. Block 1 is out. We saw within the 24 hours, 34,000 total transactions in 15.5 blocks, 79,000 CRO transaction fees generated, 69 million CRO bridged over, and 255 plus CRO 20 tokens minted. So a lot is now moving across onto the chain. Taking a look at some of the features of Crypto.com, we see that they have an in-app browser on the Crypto.com DeFi wallet. So you can download the DeFi wallet. It's something that I use, and I stake my CRO on the DeFi wallet app. Now, there's no bonuses to use it. The bonus is you get higher interest. So you just need to jump onto your app store to use that. The first dApp VVS Finance on Cronos is supported, simply connecting your DeFi wallet, seamlessly swap, farm, and mine. So now you can do this all on your phone using the DeFi wallet. Along with all the major developments that Crypto.com has been going through, which are now coming to fruition, they've also been pumping out the marketing. And I thought it was just a matter of time until we saw something pump. And that's the importance of the video today. It's about patience. And I've got a few other pieces I want to add to that so that we don't get caught out and lose our pants, our socks, our shirts to these pump times in the market. Now, the other thing here, Crypto.com is splashed all over Formula One, which I absolutely love because I enjoy watching Formula One, but it's also across UFC as well. So 2 big sporting events there, and it's across many other sporting events. But the main thing is the marketing has been going absolutely nuts within CRO at the moment. And if you missed this one from last week, the FFTB marketing, the fortune favors the brave. It's across the city, going up on billboards absolutely everywhere with none other than Matt Damon. So they said, if you see this, share the pic over here. And of course, this is what it is here. Fortune favors the brave. That's on their website. So the world's fastest growing crypto app. Cool. 10 million users that they have, 150 plus cryptocurrencies at true cost. That's on their exchange as well. You've got the Crypto.com Visa card, which I'll share with you right there. These things work amazingly well, just like a regular Visa card, of course. And within the app, then you can sell off your crypto to the card on the app, and then you can tap that anywhere Visa is accepted to pay for anything that you want. Works amazingly well. I've been using it for a few years. I love the product. And if you do want to get yourself a card, check it out in the link down below. If you stake some CRO over there, you get $25 of free CRO as well. So check it out. Links are all down below. You can grow your portfolio over there. I've been earning interest on the card as well. You get nice pop-ups showing you how much interest you earn on your BTCs, your ETHs, your number of other altcoins, and of course stable coins as well, which are around 8 to 14.5% on the amount that you're staking over on the app. Now, the features on Crypto.com don't stop there. We are getting to the charts and where you can buy it from, but for something that has so much fundamentals to it, I honestly would have expected to be a lot more, and we'll get to that price point as well, looking at around that 100 billion or more price tag on their market cap coming up. But they have an exchange. You can get that on mobile now as well. That's a new feature, so you can be trading off your mobile. There is a link to that down below where you can also score another $50 of free CRO when you stake on the exchange. Now the exchange and the app are different platforms as well. And they do have a lot of cryptocurrencies over there like SHIB, DOT, SOL, all of the majors that you would expect in on an exchange. More features of Crypto.com, their DeFi wallet. This is what I was talking about earlier. It's something that I use to stake the CRO to earn more interest than you would in the app. In the app, it's approximately 3%, but on the DeFi wallet app, I'm earning around 11 to 12%. So you just have to stake your CRO to a node provider, and then you're just earning that interest over there in CRO as well. Plenty of other features here. You can swap just like you would with any other DEX. So you can check that out as well. And then of course you can send it just using it like a regular app. Back to the card, and the features you can get from the card are plentiful over here. You can start with a smaller card and just stake $400. You get 2% cash back whenever you're using that card, and then 100% cash back on Spotify when you set that up. Now with the blue card that I've got there, you're staking 4,000 USD. And remember, these numbers were different many years ago, and this is a standard number now. 100% cash back on Spotify, and of course on Netflix just for owning the card, no fees as well. So this is the stuff that CRO, Crypto.com, is putting out there to the market, and then you'll have to look at what the competitors are offering. And honestly, I haven't seen another competitor's card that is so elaborate like Crypto.com and how seamlessly the app works. And of course, if you do get to jump up to the Royal Indigo or Jade Green card, you got airport lounge access just for yourself who owns a card. And if you want to get a guest in, then you got to jump up to the 40,000 USD card here, and you'll get 5% cash back as well. They also offer loans as well, so that's where they're earning some of their income from, so their profits here. Borrow up to 50% of your crypto collateral. So if you're putting down 10 grand, you get 5,000 back. Just note the interest rates are pretty damn high. So that would be something that I think they should look at to bring down in the future to meet with the market, which in other areas are offering 6, 8, 9% interest on loans as well. If you're looking for any of those links, check out the video description down below. The crypto debit card, crypto.com for everyone worldwide. Use the links down there. Passive income, and of course being able to set up with your exchange as well. All the links will be down in the description. Let's look at the market caps, and this is the big thing here. I'm going to pay attention to BNB and of course FTT as well. So these are sort of like their big competitors in the space. And of course BNB was only a few bucks just a year and a little bit ago. BNB was around 4 billion market cap. Crypto.com currently, with this big pump we've just seen, now sits at around $11.5 billion market cap. And before we saw this pump, it was all the way down at just a few billion dollars. So Crypto.com market cap max just late last year, earlier this year, was sitting at around a $1 billion market cap. So we've done a 10x from that point. And then earlier from that major low, which we're looking at on the chart, they were sitting down in the few $100 million. So anywhere around that few hundred, 200, $100 million, now currently sitting at around $11.5 billion valuation. Can this go higher? My thoughts are yes, but we are seeing the pump. So keep that in mind. I'll get to that in a moment. But in terms of FTX, they're another competitor here. I think they might come out with some cards when they sort out the rest of their platforms, because they do have the exchange. They've got the app for easy use. We can see here market cap around the 8 billion. So CRO has leapfrogged FTT, and FTT looks like it's sliding a little bit at the moment. And of course, Binance currently sitting at around $110 billion market cap. Absolutely wild considering where they were just a few years ago, sitting around that $1 billion market cap. So what can we expect moving forward, and what are the things we have to look out for? Stay safe during the pumps. They're the things I want to be looking out for. We're seeing the pump at the moment. Don't FOMO into anything that you're unsure of. Hopefully this video has given you a bit of background as to what CRO has been developing over the last several years. They've been around for many, many years. First named Monaco MCO token. It still exists, but it's not used anymore. So pay attention to that. And it is a company that's been around for quite some time. So they're still developing a lot. Number two, be realistic, but also set some high goals. So we're at 11.5 billion. The market has moved quite a lot, hundreds of percent. So be realistic. Is this thing going to keep going? Possibly, but we're probably going to need some pullbacks for it to keep going, like we've seen with Binance, like we've seen with FTT. Number three, always take some profits. Don't wait for the top to come in and then expect to catch the top. And then you see the market roll over and you think, oh, the price was more just yesterday. I'm going to wait for that price again. Those things generally work out quite bad. And the guys in Patreon and Premium know what I've been doing with CRO, the times I've been selling out, what I'm looking for on those charts. So if you're interested to learn more about that and when I'm buying and selling in my portfolio, check out the links down below for Patreon and for Premium. Number four, always watch the charts, because you just don't know where these things will end up. And if you miss the top, so be it. But you want to stay around so that you can see when the market is starting to build some momentum and build that accumulation zone. And I'll show you that on the chart in just a bit. Lastly, number five, of course, enjoy the fruits of your labor. I feel like I'm giving a bit of a lecture here, but a lot of the times we get into the markets, we watch it rise up, we watch it come back down, and then wish we had sold out some of our profits. The hard part here is if you don't sell something, you'll never know how to sell. You'll never know how to click that sell button, and you'll have paper profits forever, and all those hopes and dreams will just be lost as it gets flushed down the toilet. So even if you're selling and you miss the top of selling some CRO at 34 cents and it sold some at 38 cents and now it's sitting at 46, if you don't get the practice of knowing when to click that sell button, or at least the feeling of selling something, you'll never do it when that top comes in either. And so a lot of people miss that and just figure that they'll know how to sell, they'll know what the feeling's like, they'll get it wrong, and that's why the majority of people always lose money. Now, in summary on those market caps for the 20x and the 10x potentially still to come, we see CRO. We're at an $11 billion market cap. We see Binance. It's at $110 billion market cap. There's our 10x there already. Can it meet Binance? It needs to grow its user base a hell of a lot more, and of course get up to that the exchange volumes that we're seeing on Binance as well. So there's a very big task ahead of them, but I think their marketing can do it. Their team looks like they can get there as well, and they're going through the regulatory processes unlike what Binance did to begin with. But the big point here is the patience. Binance took several years to get to this point. It looks like it's going to take off again, but of course the returns are probably going to be a little smaller than what we expected from earlier this year, from 4 billion to 110 billion, or $1 billion market cap to $110 billion market cap. So the patience game is really going to be at play here. Take some profits when they present themselves. FTT also has that potential as well, but of course, patience. Patience is the key here. Where can you buy these things? Well, of course, you can buy it on crypto.com on the exchange there. You can buy it on the app. Links to all of this are down below. For Aussies, you can buy it on CoinSpot. Link to this is also down below. You can't get it on SwiftX at the moment, but you can get it on CoinSpot. So check it out down below right here. Now, let's look at these price charts. We're going to look at CRO USD, CRO BTC, and CRO ETH to see whether it's a worthwhile investment. Now, CRO USD from the low. So this is one of the cycle lows. Some will call the 2019 low or the 2018. But we've got the major low here in March of 2020, the COVID crash, of course. From that low to the high, 1900%. Can it repeat this? I'm not really going to look at those sort of things. Can it repeat it? Of course it can. But we want to see where the market pulls back to and then measure from that low to the next stage. And at the moment, we're still having straight weeks up. And so far, we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. This is our 7th week without a lower low. So potentially, we're coming towards an end at the moment. But note that we did go up for many, many weeks back in 2020 into August of 2020. So there is the possibility, but we are getting a little bit extended at this point. So coming back to those points there, keep this in mind as well. If you're just looking to get in, maybe track the market and just look for a better entry opportunity, which of course we'll talk about on the channel as well. So which is a good reminder, like the video up if you find some value from it, subscribe, bell notification icon. Obviously we'll continue to follow CRO. To go to that $110 billion to get that 10x from where we currently are, we'll just multiply this approximately, where we currently sit around that 46 cents to $4.60. So a $5 CRO doesn't seem that unreasonable. And of course, if they start to burn some more coins as well, then we're going to shoot up to that price even sooner. But at the moment, it's looking a little overextended. How does it look on the BTC chart? Again, pumped up. We had 8 months of sideways accumulation after such a mega drop. And this drop was on the back of changing some of the fundamentals when it came to staking on the platform. So now that it looks like this has all been cleaned up, the fear is out of the market. The market has had a lot of time to accumulate, especially during the bull market as everything else was taking off. And now we're seeing CRO start to break through some of these resistance points. So the next levels I'm looking at are between 800 and 900 Satoshis, because that comes in at our 50% and our double of the range out of the low from the top again. So that's the 150 to 500 Satoshis, double that on top to around that 850. So I'll be looking for some sort of resistance at those levels unless we get a little bit sooner. And then on ETH, we just broke through our 50% zone. So this is also good news for CRO on the against the Ethereum pair. And we want to see some closes above this level as well. So all in all, I think we still have some more legs to go with CRO. I think the price targets, to keep it realistic, let's aim for a 20, 30, $40 billion market valuation, which gives us a double, triple, quadruple from the current price of 46 cents. So from a 50-cent point of view, the doubles at $1, the triples at $1.50, the quadruples at $2. And the other reason to that is if we get these closes above 50% on CRO ETH, that looks like we've got some strength there. We get the closes on CRO BTC, where we currently are, and continue to climb to get into this resistance level. It looks like some more strength there. And then CRO USD, we don't have any other resistance ahead of us apart from some psychological levels, 50 cents, $1, $2. So although it seems extended, I think we might need a bit of a pullback eventually. And that's where I'll be looking to either re-enter or just continue to bring some stops up in case we break down again to exit that position there. So all in all, CRO is still looking very exciting. The time seems to have come for them eventually. Could this be the top? Of course it could. All the excitement has just been pumped out in a matter of a few weeks. But the main thing we want to see next is the higher low, and then for the market to push back above those current highs of 48 cents. And then we look like we got another good move on. I hope you found some value from the video. Like, share, subscribe. Use the links in the description down below if you want to get involved in the CRO ecosystem. I've been a customer of CRO for many, many years. I'm glad to see that the price has been appreciating. Can it pull back? Of course it can. Be very diligent with your investments. Come back to staying safe during the pumps if you're considering coins which have pumped and are out there. I'll see you guys at the next video. Till then, have more fun to get more done.